Hello and welcome to the Minetrek.net game server. Been working on this interlock systems here. Got one getting ready to be imported up into the ship on the port side. I've completed the ones on the starboard side. Now after working on the interlocks for a while, I had 6 specific designs, including one based off the original clamp system. But after doing everything I could do with these, I realized that this is the design that best works for the ship, because these things go up and they go down. This is the drive section clamp, and as you can see it has this thing here, and then it has a thing that comes down and fits over it, and they magnetically seal. Now here are the lids or the doors for these things. Now with Minecraft there's no way to effectively place the door, so we're just going to have to take it on faith that the doors, have their own special spot. Another problem I'm having is I'm placing these, I keep getting these random signs. They just pop in wherever I'm at. And I'm not sure what's causing it. M thinks it's because there are signs over there that got mirrored. I don't know, to be honest with you. It's just one of those really odd things. So, yeah. I did record a video of it happening. Unfortunately, I didn't have my microphone on. So, my bad. So, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But if it does, we will see it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I'm going to try and recover some of that audio or some of that video, see if I can fraps record myself talking over as I watch it on media player or something, just to see if it's possible. Okay, I'm at the door. I'm going to paste A. Okay, I think I may have been in the wrong spot, so I'm going to undo. What I will do is I will set up a marker rim here. This will let me know if I did place it in the right spot. And I'll stand right here and go paste A. Yes, I did. Okay, so I am in the right spot. Alrighty. And what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of these green lines here because they just don't look good. And I didn't include them in the original design, so I don't know why I started adding them in here. I've had to go back and retrofit a lot of stuff. I also have to add all this stuff into the... They are blank. But yeah, I have added a lot of the stuff into the primary hull already. But I have to go back through and I have to add, this is what we're doing right now, we're adding it into the primary hull. I have to go back and actually add it into the separated out sections now of the primary hull and the star drive section. And that's going to be a pain in the ass. To be straight up honest with you, that's going to be a pain in the ass. So I got to add this one yet. So, alright, and we'll just go ahead and fill in these over here real quick. It's a lot of work. I will be straight up honest with you. It's tedious stuff. But once I do this side, like I said, I got to go back and I got to add all this into the star drive, and and then decide whether or not I want to pull everything out again and start stripping stuff out for the cleared saucer section. I already started doing that in the back there, but I don't know. I'm probably going to have to redo it. I don't want to. But I'm going to have to. Okay, let's go here and see what I'm saying. The issue is what I explained earlier. I'm sure it's not an actual problem, but thanks for letting me know. No worries. No worries. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and grab the next set of interlocks. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and fix this down here as well real quick. This stuff's boring, but it's part of the process. Since I'm not mirroring it directly from the other side of the ship, I have to kind of do it this way, so. Okay. There we go. Neat thing about this, it allows us actual access by pop the top there into the tank. So I like that. I like that a lot. Although there's only way to get to it's from this door over here, so yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these interlocks. I'm actually in an interlock right now. There we go. Okay. You. And you. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and fix all these while I'm thinking about it. Fly along around here on the outside edge. No. Out here. Yeah. Go ahead and replace all those. And up here, same thing. This is actually in the saucer. Okay. I don't think there's anything up here I have to worry about, just this one. Okay, awesome. Okay. These are actually Jeffrey's tubes, so I'm not going to worry about them. This is... let's go ahead and grab the yellow one, just to be on the safe side. Just to mark this. There we go. Like so. So, come all the way around here like this, like this. Go ahead and get rid of these. Because we're here. Same thing over here. There we go. Alright. Alright. Now where do we stand? Let's stand right here. It's a corner. Copy. And then we'll just work our way up. And straight up. Hopefully we don't deviate too much, or I'll end up not being able to find my mark. Found it perfectly. Alright, and... oh, the moment of truth. Paste A. Okay, we're right on. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Come around here, make sure everything looks kosher-ish. Go ahead and migrate up. And my mouse is wigging out. Migrate up again. Go ahead and fix these rooms here real quick while I'm thinking about it. See, I'm trying to get that sign issue to happen again, but I don't think it's going to. Yeah, some really weird stuff goes on sometimes with Minecraft. It can't be helped. I mean, it's just the way Minecraft is. Well, modded Minecraft. I mean, because technically this is modded Minecraft for running Forge and such. Okay, let's go ahead and highlight around this one here real quick. Curious, is there anything in this one? No, this is still a blank one. Okie dokie. Okay, let's get these out of here. Get all these out of here, and we'll be kosher. Let me close my door here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and migrate one more. I don't know if we can or not. Because stuff, and why not? Yeah, we can migrate up. Let's do it this way. Let's go up here and there. Awesome. Yeah, this area doesn't look very hot. Have to fix it up. Clear out all this crap here. Working on this, trying to solve the issues. A lot of the cleanup work has to be done. So trying to figure this here out. Some of this stuff can get pretty tedious. Now, I said I'd worked on 6 other latch styles, and of all of them, this is the most effective one. It best suits our needs, and it's also the one that makes the most sense. The other ones that worked like scissors and stuff and so forth, they added a whole bunch of complications to things that I could not rectify. So we can always try. Somebody else has a better idea. I mean, it's not that hard to pull these sections out and get rid of what I put in and stuff, because basically there's an outline. So now the reason these silos are brown and these ones are black is I haven't got around to changing the color yet. So yeah, there's that. Alright, let's go ahead and see. Does this one actually have anything in it? It does. Okay, and this one over here is the next set of blank ones. Let me go ahead and clear these here real quick. Get rid of these. They're annoying to see them. They just didn't add anything to the area. I think the area looks a lot cleaner without them. That's my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and fly up here and clean out this room here real quick. It'll take me a second just to get it done. Done and over with anyway. So it's out of sight, out of mind, that kind of a thing. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I did it on the other side, so I'm going to do it on this side as well. Because why not? Okay, come over here, clean up all this. Yeah, quite a lot of interlocks. Surprise. I mean, you want the ships to stay together, but damn. You know? And there's actually drawings and stuff where there's more interlocks. But, you know, it's just, you know, when you try to make things match up and look good based off of what they appeared in the show and stuff, and you try to get them to work like that in this, it doesn't. You know, they simply don't. In the show, they just basically made these things that slide up, slide down. They didn't, you know, go into a lot of detail about how they work and things like that. So it's left up to the imagination as to how they actually function, and we cannot emulate the show because, again, the show did it back in the 80s or early 90s, and they did it with limited science fiction. They did it with limited budget with limited special effects. So, yeah, that one's in. We're good to go. Now, many years later, believe it or not, Minecraft has more computing power than all the computers that they used, you know, to make that show. Hands down, this program makes those look like, you know, simplistic kids play. So here we are designing the Enterprise D in a 3D environment based off of a lot of our own work and a little bit of the Sternbach plans, a little bit of the Whitefire plans, and we're finding out a whole host of things. Interlocks don't work the way you think they work. So when I went back through, I looked at the way that Strategic Design had designed their interlocks for a lot of their deck plans, and I like that. I like the way they work. They're basically, you know, latching systems that interlock and lock to themselves through a center hub. Basically, they're magnetic locks. And to me, the interlocks would be, from the 24th century, they would be gravity or electromagnetically held together, and not gravity, but you know, magnetically held together. That's the word I'm looking for. And so that's the basis of the design. Make them look, you know, semi-legitimate in their design abilities, but in the same way, you know, make them look functional. Like, what are these? These are generators? Once the roof is laid in, it'll look a lot better. But yeah, you know, basically they're magnetic locks. And when the power's cut, they separate, and then the upper parts pull up into these, and the lower parts pull down into their sleeves. The doors close, and the ships separate, or the two hulls separate, and go their merry. So, fast, easy, no hassles. That's my argument, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go ahead and get rid of that while I'm thinking about it. It's logical for me, but it may not be logical for everyone else. Damn it! I tried to fix all of these. I guess I missed a few. So, darn it. I was hoping that wasn't going to be an issue, but sometimes they are. Let's go ahead and buzz on down to the bottom of the ship here and out. Ah, darn it, I was out. Clear that and spin around over here real quick. I want to take a look if I didn't. Son of a gun. That means I didn't fix it on the starboard side either. Ugh. Me boo boo. So I'll just fix it here real quick. And grab this one. Make sure, yeah, it looks all together. Have her, or highlight her, come down to her and highlight her, make sure everything looks kosher over here. It does. Somewhat. I'm going to stand right here because I know what this is for. So it's for that water hatch. And we're going to go up, and away. No, and we fall. But basically, move one over. We should come up right about where I need to be. Yeah, close to it. The deck above it. Damn it. Okay, and right here. And I will go paste A. Did it work? I believe it did. I'm pretty sure it's in there, but we will double check it by going up. Doesn't appear to be any issues here. Up again. Thought I got all these. Grab some yellow. I'll grab for these last two ones here. What I'll do next is I'll go along and compare the two areas, make sure both sides of the ship are all correctly lined up and whatnot. Let's go ahead and go one more up if we can. There we go. They look like they're lined up pretty good over here. Outstanding. Yeah. I'm selling on the idea. Alright, let's get out of the ship here proper. Come down into the drive hall. Okay, and I think there's a couple more yet to do. Have I done this one? I don't know if I've done this one. I may have, but we will double check it. We'll fly straight up. A little black spot right there is bugging me. I gotta figure out why that's there. Come on, let me up. Escape pod? No, it's in. Yeah. Ugh! There we go. Yep, it's in. That's cool. This one's in. And yeah, looks pretty good here. This is the bottom of the drive hall. Now we're into the the saucer. Okay, this one's in. Let's get rid of this stuff here while I'm thinking about it. Today is March 22nd. Yay! March 22nd. Okay, that one's all clear. Let's make sure I got all this over here. I did. Alright. Let's go see if there's any other missing latches. Okay, that one's in. How about you? Are you in, Mr. Poindexter? I think you are. I think you're like the second or third one I did. But better to be safe than sorry, you know. Yep, you're in. Let's check the room. Dang it. Oh, sometimes I hate this compass. Alright. You look okay through here. And down through here. This is where all those signs kept popping in on me. Ooh, I don't want that. Kept popping in on me. Driving me nuts. See? It just did it. That's what I'm talking about. Talk about the devil and the darn thing just appears. That right there is what I was talking about. Just pops right on in. So, going to clear that. This looks pretty decent. Alright, let's see if we can... This one actually has glass in it. I wonder if I should do that with a lot of them. Add glass to them. It's not a bad idea, actually. You can see the interlocks. Here it doesn't matter because it's actually where they connect, so I'll just go ahead and fill that in. Yeah, I'll look at some of these, and if I can add windows, I'll add windows. Let's go ahead and go up to the hall proper up here. Fill in this room here. Fix this room. Yeah, I like that idea with the windows. That's kind of neat. Can do that. Okay. Anything over here I need to worry about? Doesn't appear to be. This is just a little crawl space in between. Well, I guess you'd call it a crawl space. A la the Jeffries tubes. This is actually drive section, so yeah, what do we got over here? This is some sort of a power shunt for this room. Okay, so these are in, so that's good. Down through here. Out of the ship, please. Okay, okay, okay. I don't think this one's, I think this little one's the last one to be added, so I'm just going to highlight it, and then I will go see if it's actually in the ship. If it's not in the ship, we'll place it in the ship. But better to be safe than sorry. That's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be there. Okay. And we'll just come up here and stand right here. Copy. This puts me into the drive section of the ship. This is a little micro hatch. One, two. Nope, wasn't in, so we'll go ahead and add it in. Paste A. She's in. We'll go ahead and grab my correct block here. This one. There we go. And then do all this. Right down through here. Get rid of all these gray block around the edge. See? Another sign just appears out of nowhere. Very odd. Very odd indeed. Alright, let's go ahead and go down and take a look at the section below us. Gosh darn it. Let's go up. And in. Around. Down. Through. Let's go back up. Okay, this is starting to irk me. The shield generators. What the hell? That's odd. Okay, so we're actually in the interlock right there. So let's get out here. See how these signs just popped in? Ugh. Okay. Clean this up a little bit. Get rid of this. That there. Oops. That there. Fly along over here. And that half slab was gone. That yellow right there is actually the drive hall. I mean the primary hall, and we're in the drive hall. So this right here represents the hull of one of the hulls. Separation plane from one of the hulls. I forget which one. I actually have to separate the ship out in order to physically see it. So yeah, these are all in now. Okay, let's go and get rid of Mr. Blue. Fly along here. See if that's an empty sign. Yeah, that's an empty sign. Okay. Got lots of room over in here for more toys and stuff and whatnot. Power interlock. Make sure I can get up there. I can. Okay. Through here. I think we can get to it from over here. Let's try that. Let's go to the other side of the ship here real quick. What the hell? I hate when people fiddle with stuff. Do things like this. Now I have to go back through and double check the separated out drive hole to make sure that that's not an issue in it as well. Okay. That's through here. There's these. They're all in. Come over in here. Yeah, I gotta do the same thing on this side. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Nature of the beast. There we go. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this gray stuff over in here. Updating the drive hall shouldn't be as complicated because I'll do it. I think if I think about it, I can probably do it all in one sitting, probably in about an hour, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours. This right here is taking about 3 hours to do. So because I've had to go through and first and foremost design the height for each of the interlocks to make sure that they fit in the space that they're allotted for, and then I had to go back through and pull all the sections out that I needed to put these into, and then of course fit them and then place them into the hull. So that's taken quite a bit of time, but now that most of this here is done, it shouldn't be much of an issue for us. So at least I'm hoping it's not. I'll double check all that over there on the other side here in a minute, but yeah. Yep. So all the interlocks are in, and let's go ahead and bounce up one and see what it looks like up here. We don't see them because we're behind a turbo lift. Okay. So we won't be seeing those. They're behind a turbo lift. These ones here, let's go up. Yep, these ones have windows. Very cool. Let's go up one and block these off like we did on the port side. Sure, everything over here is kosher. These probably, they don't have glass in them, so they're fine. But no, solid piece. Okay, how about over here? Are these solid pieces? Yeah, they're pretty much solid pieces, so that wouldn't work either. No. Alrighty. And then down through here. I think we're pretty close to the center of the ship. We are. And back through here. And back into here. JT. Okay. Bring that up. Basically flying along now, just checking for continuity issues, things I may have missed, bugs, stuff like that. Trying to get my mind wrapped around how I'm going to implement these systems into, okay, that'll work, implement these systems into the drive hall. So go back to the other side and make sure they don't have any glass. I'll leave the glass there because that's fine. Fly along here. Did I see any glass open on this side? Yeah, see, it wouldn't make any difference because all we're seeing is the locks themselves. So we'll just buzz out here, go up and then around, back down, and then back in. Around the corner we go. See another empty. No, it actually has words on it. We'll leave it. That was the one we decided to keep. We decided to fill these. Continuity, ladies and gentlemen. Continuity. Alright. That's on the port side. Let's go ahead and get out of the ship again here. Get out of the shit. No, I said ship. No, you said shit. People. Okay. Fill these in real quick. And jot on over to the other side. Okay, so we have the interlocks added back to the ship. I'm pretty stoked about that. That means the ships are now, the two sections are attached. And I want to fix something here real quick. It keeps driving me bonkers whenever I see it. I don't know why these black things are here. But they're on both sides, so I assume they're markers for something, so I better leave them in there, but that drives me nuts when I see stuff like that. Anyways, so the interlocks are in. Now what I have to do is design the go through the drive hall and make sure the drive hall looks just like it does here, and get rid of this. What I'll do is I'll copy these sections out for the drive hall, and then I'll place them into the drive hall minus the orange, and then that should put me right about where the roof goes and stuff. Let's go ahead and slow down here and fill these in while I'm thinking about it. So the interlocks themselves will be closed off, and I think the drive hall will probably be easier than the saucer section because, well, saucer section, most of it's like that. So, and then it's right into the drive hall. So most of the lifts themselves, the units themselves, are in the drive hall. So, yep, I'll go ahead and get that done, and I will see you all in the next video. Again, thanks for watching. This is the Minetrek.net game server. If you hit the like button for me, please be the first to do so. Yeah, hit that like button. Give me more than one like. Also, if you'd like us on Facebook, that'd be greatly appreciated. I know Blue Phobes and then put a lot of work into the Facebook page, and whenever somebody shows up there and likes it, they get all excited and girly like. And if you'd like to donate to the server to help Imheller pay for keeping the server up and online, please click on that donation link and consider giving us a small donation. All the donations go to paying for the ISP and keeping the server up and running. It is expensive, very expensive, very, very expensive to keep a server up and running. Didn't realize how much, but it is. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you soon.